Right, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Surprise, I'm cooking today. Yeah, like and subscribe the video. Today we will be making a French dish called gratin. So, these are the ingredients we've got. We've got peas, sweet corn. I'm using mushroom, you don't have to use mushroom. Carrots, broccoli and potatoes. The first thing you need to do is dice them all up. If they are frozen like these ones, you need to leave them aside to thaw for a bit. You don't need to boil these, because if you do boil these, they'll soak up all the water and they'll just become like gross and muddy. So we're going to leave these to somewhere on the side. We're going to get our pan, fill it with enough water to put everything in. Need some salt. This is just for taste in the beginning, so add a bit of salt into the water when you start boiling your vegetables. We're going to boil all of this for 10 odd minutes, and then I'll tell you all about the next step. So yeah, we're just going to boil all of this and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so welcome back. What we've done is we've taken out the broccoli and just the broccoli really from the boiling pot because the potatoes are still not done. So we've just put in the peas back in, as well as the sweet corn. This is still so we've just put in the peas and the sweet corn back in. It's still in the same little pot that has the salt in. So we'll just let that boil for a few more minutes. So here's the broccoli that we had to take out. This pot is a bit small, so there's not enough space for everything to go in at once. So we did all of the veg first, and now we've just put the peas and sweet corn in. The carrots are already in, and the potatoes still need a bit more time to cook. So yeah, that is all, and I'll come back when it is done.
हेलो। अभी ना बेटा कुछ बना रहा है, फ्रांस का डिशेस बना रहा है, जो ब्रोकली है, मशरूम्स है, ग्रीन पीस, स्वीट कॉर्न, कैरेट और पोटैटो, उसको मैंने बॉईल कर दिया है, हाफ बॉईल रखा है मैंने। और मशरूम को तो ज़रूरत नहीं है बॉईल करने के लिए, ये ब्रोकली भी बॉईल हो चुका है। और इसमें है पोटैटो और कैरेट और स्वीट कॉर्न, पीस। इसको बॉईल करना है, बस थोड़ा सा बॉईल करनी है, हाफ बॉईल। फिर उसको निकाल के बेक करेंगे उसको, और उसका एक सॉस भी बनाना पड़ेगा। अभी सॉस बनाने के टाइम में मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ, ठीक है। अभी मैंने ड्रेन कर दिया है ये जो बॉईल किया था मैंने, ठीक है। फिर अभी इसका सॉस बनाएंगे। सॉस कैसे बनाते हैं फिर मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ।
Now we've boiled our vegetables and our little seasoning stuff, and it has now been strained as well. So we've got our hot stuff here, we've got the broccolis there, potatoes and everything are here. Now we will be making the white sauce, that's basically the bechamel sauce that will go.
हाँ, अभी वो सॉस बनाने के लिए जा रहा है बेटा, ठीक है। देखिए अभी वो बटर लेगा, बटर में आपको कैसे क्या वो ये करेगा वो बताएगा, ठीक है। ओके, स्टार्ट बेटा।
Okay, so we're now making the bechamel sauce that will coat the veggies. So to do that, we'll take a bit of butter. I'm going to lower the heat. You want to cook this on a low heat so the butter melts but it doesn't stick anywhere. Just want to kind of spread it. You don't want this to stick or harden. You just want it to kind of coat the bottom bit. So we're going to add a bit more in because we've got a lot of vegetables to add in. That is now going to be enough. I don't need any more butter. So we're just going to wait for this to nicely melt on a nice low heat. Once it's melted, we're going to take our self-raising flour or maida, right? And we're going to put that in. For that I'm going to need a whisk. So let me just get a whisk. Where is our whisk?
Just 1 minute. I give you.
That's fine, I got it. Okay. Alright, now the butter has nicely melted. on a low heat. By the way, you can do this on a saucepan. We just don't have anything that big, so I will just be using this basically. All right, now normally it's about half a gram of self-raising flour. I don't know the exact measurement, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. So we're going to put this flour in. And that much should be enough. I'm going to add a little bit more for safety.
How many spoons?
That was 3 1/4 of tablespoon of self-raising flour.
उसमें बेटा क्या किया ना, इस स्पून से 3 1/2 स्पून वो डाला मैदा. अभी वो मिक्स कर रहा है.
Then I'm going to take the whisk and then just going to mix this nice and well. So there's no clumps. You see, you want to make these little balls of buttery flour is what you want to happen. I'm going to add a bit more butter in. I'm going to raise the heat slightly because it's just
और थोड़ा सा भी बटर डाल रहा है वो,
because there's still a bit more clumping going. You really don't want that. You kind of just want to scrape it all in.
अभी वो आपका दूध डालेंगे ना, मिल्क डालेंगे तो भी वो हो जाएगा, मिक्स हो जाएगा. हाँ, जो लम्प्स है ना वो लम्प्स नहीं रहना चाहिए. अभी वो दूध डालेगा ना, दूध में भी तो अच्छे से लम्प्स जैसे नहीं आए तभी ट्राई कीजिएगा.
So you want to for there to be a few lumps when you're making it. So you just want a nice buttery base for the sauce specifically. Okay.
I think done. अभी मिल्क डालो.
Yeah. I'm going to lower the heat again. And I'm going to get some milk.
वो नया वाला निकालो. वो नहीं, नया वाला निकालो.
Now, you can use any kind of milk you want. Skimmed milk may pose problems if you may have to add a bit more in. So I am going to need help on this, just slightly. So I am going to eyeball this. So you want to add the milk while also whisking. So do you want to hold? I need help. So someone can hold the damn thing. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright. You want to slowly add your milk in and then continue to mix. That's fine, and then you want to continue to whisk away. You don't want any of the clumps to remain once the sauce is fully made. And you don't also want the milk to set, otherwise it's just going to look a bit off.
ना मैं कर देती हूँ.
I'm going to use my ladle instead, and then I'm going to just continue mixing. Yep, go ahead.
मैं करती हूँ.
Go. Take it, and then we'll swap. Alright, we've just swapped. Mom's doing it now. I'm going to add a bit more. Continue mixing. So at a point you want it to get it to where there's no more clumps of the buttery flour left anyway. So just give us a second and it should be fine in a few. There we go. As you can see now, the flour is no longer quite visible. There's no more clumps left and it is slowly becoming nice.
उसको चलाते रहना है जब तक वो लम्प ना आए ना, उसको चलाना है.
So, as you can now see, there's no more clumps left in this nice sauce. I am going to add a bit of cheese. I am going to be using this cheese for the entirety of the cook. You can choose any kind of cheese. I just like red Leicester, so that is what I will be using. I'm going to turn up the heat a bit so the cheese melts in our nice little sauce. You want this sauce to be thick and creamy, and you don't want it to be watery like it is. The addition of the cheese will make it nice and thick, like you can see now. It's slowly getting thicker and thicker, and that's what you want to happen.
अभी
Now-
बेटा उसमें थोड़ा सा चीज़ डाला है, चीज़ डाल के थोड़ा सा भी उसको ठीक कर रहा है.
So, because this normal sauce is it's kind of viscous and it's not fully liquid. So as you can see now, if I see how it sticks to my ladle, there's this nice. There you go. You want to keep whisking on this end because if you don't, the cheese will get hard and it will just kind of stop the sauce in its movement. Right. Just going to, there we go. That looks real nice. You want it to look like this. You want it to stick and be a bit drippy. I'm going to take it off the heat now. I'm going to add a bit of salt and pepper in and any spices, Mom, if you want to add, because this is the kind of thing that you need to do now between because you won't be able to add any more spice later on.
हम इंडियन है ना, थोड़ा सा तो स्पाइसी चाहिए हमको.
A bit of pepper. And then you're gonna
ज़्यादा
mix
नहीं,
that.
थोड़ा सा चाहिए.
Do you want to get some spices and add them in now?
Yeah.
You want to keep mixing this. Now that I've taken it off low heat.
Look. Take it.
Yep, just give me a second.
Little bit, yeah, not too much.
Just this?
Yeah.
This much?
No, too much more.
This much?
Yeah.
You can normally you would add nutmeg powder, but we couldn't find any nutmeg powder, so this will have to do. Obviously, this dish is meant to be however you want it to be. So make it however you want. I'm going to add a slightly bit more milk in. I'm going to use our old milk. I'm just going to use all of it because it's just gotten a bit too viscous. There we go. You want it to not be too viscous at the end of the day, so this should even it out. And there we go.
ये उसका कलर भी चेंज हो गया. अभी उसको ऐड करना है ना वेजिटेबल सब ना.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure it's thoroughly mixed. You can taste it now if you want. It should taste nice, depending on what you've used. I'm gonna just take my spoon here. See how it sticks? That's what you want it to be.
Nice.
That tastes good, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now that that is done and dusted, we're now going to add all of the ingredients that we had boiled previously in it. So I'm going to take this out because this is not needed anymore. Then I'm going to add my broccoli. Now the mushrooms are going to go in here because they need to be coated in the nice sauce. I'm going to add all of my rest of my veg. And then lastly, I'm going to add nice mushrooms. Okay, and then you want to get it all coated in the nice sauce. Make sure it's all coated because if there's any gaps, it won't cook properly when we finally put it into the oven.
अभी सब जो वेजिटेबल है ना सब इसमें वो सॉस में डाल के उसको अच्छी तरह मिक्स करना है. मिक्स करके फिर वो ओवन में रखना है. अभी अच्छे से उसको मिक्स पूरा अच्छे से करना है जिससे पूरा जो सॉस है ना उसके अंदर जाए.
Okay, so now this is very nicely been coated in our bechamel sauce. It tastes good. I've left it on the heat for just a bit so the mushrooms and everything get cooked. Now you will need an oven for this. So you want it to be somewhere between 250 and 270. Alright. that's been turned on. You want that to preheated. Now, this part depends on your taste, how much you actually want. So I am going to fill up all of these containers. You don't need to put any butter on the bottom of it, because the liquid that we've already made has a ton of butter and is also liquidy, so it won't actually stick. It will come out and it will be fine. Okay, so you want to fill it up to a nice degree of level, like so.
अभी वो इसमें अभी जो बेक करने के लिए ना इसमें अभी ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया है.
There we go. This much is enough for one person, or add a bit more in more?
No, it's okay.
It's okay, right? Okay. Okay. There
One
we go.
person के लिए इतना काफ़ी है.
Then you want to take it. Shut this down. You don't need that to be cooking more, unless you want it to just remain hot. Then have it on really, really low heat. Then you're going to take it, put it on a nice tray. I'm going to do this one separate because my dad wants less cheese. Then you're going to put No. You don't put any cheese at the start. You want to put it into the oven.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just hot. There we go. You want to leave it in the oven. You want to leave it in the oven for about 1 to 2 minutes to let it cook a bit. And then we're going to take it out and then add the cheese on. So when the cheese melts, it doesn't stop the bottom bit from cooking.
Okay.
Alright, see you.
Start.
Okay, so this has been cooked a bit and I've taken it off the heat so I can add the last bits of cheese. Now, this depends on how much you want yourself to add. It doesn't need to be too much or too little. It is totally dependent on how much the person you're making it for will like the dish to have. Now we've already put some cheese into the sauce itself, so I don't need to add too much. Just enough to coat it. And there we go. Normally you would cover the entire thing with cheese so it would look nice, but this much, this is for dad, so this is how much he wants, so that's fine. Then you're going to put it into the oven again and let the cheese melt.
Okay.
Okay, so we've taken it out of the oven and here is the final result. You've got the entire thing, it's been nicely cooked. Here's the cheese, and if I lift it a bit up, you can still see the sauce is nice and liquidy at the center, and that is what you want. Okay, that has been all. I'm going to now make these how I wanted to. You can also at the end, this totally depends on taste, but you can put in some ketchup if you want, or anything else if you like mayo or anything else that you may want. So yeah, here we go. This is homemade gratin. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Like the video and subscribe as well. Okay, hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching. We've made homemade gratin today. It's a French dish. So follow the recipe. Let us know what you might have added to change it up a bit. Yeah, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
अभी देखिए, अभी हो गया है एक, ठीक है. उसके पापा के लिए बनाया क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा चीज़ वगैरह नहीं खाते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा चीज़ डाल के उनके लिए फास्ट बना दिया है. उसमें वो सॉस भी डाल दिया है. अभी चलो एंजॉय करते हैं, फिर आपको नेक्स्ट में मिलेंगे. प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, लाइक कीजिएगा, कमेंट भी कीजिएगा. ओके, बाय. देखिए बेटा बना के दिया है, कैसे लग रहा है देखिए.
चलो पहले खाना खाता हूँ.
देखो अभी खाना खा के.
खाओ.
हाँ स्टार्ट.
बहुत अच्छा हुआ है.
हाँ
बहुत अच्छा,
नाइस है,
एक्सीलेंट है. अभी हमारे YouTube फैमिली में जो देख रहा है प्रोग्राम, देखेगा अभी. अगर उसको अच्छा लगे तो लाइक करना, शेयर करना, सब्सक्राइब भी करना.